with the art. I couldn't understand how defiant he started to get, and it had just gotten to a point where nothing worked. Praise didn't work, threatening didn't work, punishment, restrictions.
Eventually I told him, I'm going to do this anyway. You're either going to let me go, or I'm going to sneak out of the house, I'm going to steal the car, and I'm going to drive into LA, I'm going to go hang off a bridge. And I'm going to steal some paint on the way there.
And I remember throwing a handful of cash down the stairwell at him. And I said, pick it up and don't come back. Call me. I always want to know what you're doing, but you can't live here anymore. That, I think, was probably one of the lowest points, because the last thing you ever want to do is throw your child out of your house.
Somebody caught a tag inside my E and like went all over my whole shit. Like, look, there's this guy right here, expert. He's got a tag in his doorway. Yeah, I wanted to be clear that, you know, I fucking went over you. You know, like. That's what's up. Oh. Okay. Whoops. This never happens. I'm way smoother than this. Ow.
My father wasn't very good at paying bills. He never had a job, per se, but he would somehow bring money in, which a lot of it went to drugs.
Like on one of his birthdays, you know, one of the rare happy times of the year and shit, I asked him how old he was, and he's like slaps me mad hard. What the fuck just happened? You know what I mean? I was like, he said something about it being disrespectful, like to be asking like your old age how old they are.
There was very little affection in our house growing up. You know, we were raised by television. That's pretty much where we got our sense of family from.
Yo, Curls, what's up? We got those 4s in, those gray 4s, gray and black, they're hot.
So it was hard, but we just found ways to occupy our time.
I was in the bathroom of some hotel room in Jersey with like dishes in the sink. Literally just finished eating. And my parents were yelling like put downs and shit at me. Like I wish I knew exactly what it was that they were yelling at me about. It was so stupid and frivolous. They were just taking out their frustrations on me, and I just wasn't man enough for it. Like, I couldn't take it anymore. It was just like they've been doing it my whole life, and I was sitting there and I'm like, dude, tomorrow I'm not coming back from school. I'm just like out. A lot of care and tenderness that goes into handling sneakers. And I was just like, I'm gone. And I didn't come back. I just turned 17, I think. So I didn't finish my senior year of high school. I didn't finish at all. I like skateboarded with my friends all day, and then like at the end of the night, just like I just fucking go on the train. It was all good, and just rack everything I needed because it was just sweet like that for me to reels.
He had like a Mountain Smith backpack on the front and a Mountain Smith backpack on the back, and a skateboard and like 2 bags in his hands, and just like a gang of paint and a gang of markers and God knows what else.
Oh, like all my shit, you know, like I had my shit in my big ass bag. Fucking, I was just like my ill pillow, and I'll just like sit, and I'm on point too, you know, I'm not like fucking Daryl sleep.
Everyone partying, like a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking. We were just young kids, just trying to have a good time, basically.
It was so exciting because it was like everything was like so new. I'd never done anything before. You know, spend a week in jail, I'd be like, wow, the whole time, like, what's gonna happen next? Like, it's you know, I had bad fun. Toughened me up.
all that stuff that he held inside just exploded out, and it was really a shock.
I met my first, or just my only, like, boyfriend, Paul, and, like, you know, moved in with him in the Bronx. Total, like, domesticated, you know. I didn't know how to function in, like, you know, regular lifestyle. Like, you know, that was good.
Homophobia in the real world is hard enough. Imagine what it's like in the graffiti world. You know, the fact that, you know, as a black man, he's standing strong as a writer and proud of who he is and his sexuality, I think is fucking amazing.
People are like, oh, he's not even hiding it? Oh. I'm here to break stereotypes. That's why I like people know that I'm gay and shit, and like fucking, you know, and then I'll fuck you up as a gay person, you know what I mean? And I'll write graffiti on your face and shit. And I'll beat you in a fucking game of Jeopardy. And I'll fucking like, you know, run you in some 100-meter dash. And fucking, here comes the helicopter, so we're gonna chill.
Oh, it's police.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not police, that's security or something.
All right, well, I saw a little light.
Miss 17 and I paint illegal graffiti in very high traffic areas where it gets a lot of attention. I like to call them jock spots.
There are spots that, you know, men would be concerned about being at, you know, all hours of the night, and I know she's up there with like 17, and I mean, I've been in the boondocks and in the middle of the Bronx and, you know, in crazy kind of locations, and I've been like, damn.
Chill, chill. When we go out bombing, we are one unit. I mean, we just take turns. One of us is going to look out, eagle eye, every direction, make sure nobody's coming. That's how you have to do it. If you don't have each other's backs, no one's going to get your back for you. PMS for life. It's the only crew I will ever rep. Going to these really fucked up neighborhoods, and essentially I'm this little white girl running around wherever I please, writing my name. And so when I teamed up with Claw, suddenly it became more obvious that I would be a victim, because we had guys following us and we had guys trying to hit on us and didn't want to take no for an answer. This guy's backing up because he thinks we're hookers. They always think I'm a hooker. And a cheap one, I might add.
Anybody messes with me, I'm gonna spray him right in the face.
Stop! Hold it! Freeze! Now!
Girl, I like your bra balls.
When we come out, if we just catch tags on the little bridge that's alongside of here, that should be hot, because it's very...
Yeah.
A lot of out-of-towners are coming and bombing right up here in the little industrial zone and then leaving. I'm Wall City. I hit the Bronx.
All right, let's go. What else should we do?
We could do that shit on the Bruckner's, but right close to here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do we have to climb a fence to get in there?
No.
You been there, boy? I ain't seen you in a minute. Yo, what's up, Wiz? It's your boy and them. Big Wiz. Play, let me get a snap. Come on, I ain't gonna snatch your prize. Come on, let me get a snap. CJ. That's that Philly stone face. Yo, I'm gonna stop through, man. I'm gonna tell Ernst we gonna get together, we'll hit the bar.
I'll be here for
Get your pass from your lady.
WAB, we ain't bullshit, white and black. That was the crew. OTM, out taking money. So that'll give you a little bit of an idea of what we were about. If you're truly a graffiti writer, you cannot deny the fact that you are committing crimes. And you can sugarcoat it all you want to, but if you're breaking into things and you're stealing your supplies, you're a thief.
If you're somebody that steals paint
to support the graffiti that you want to do. Eventually that goes into another level. You want to go to a party, you want to look good, so you go steal some clothes to go to the party, you know what I mean?
We used to stick people up, used to rob people, a lot of fighting. I must have got locked up 6 or 7 times in one summer. And, you know, I don't know how I beat every case. I know my mom was upset because she felt like I wasn't learning a lesson here, you know what I mean? You get locked up and you go in there and you beat the case and then you walk out with that smug look on your face and she's like, wow, this is never gonna end.
But my mother, you know, as supportive as she was trying to be, she was still just my mother, you know what I mean? I didn't have a father figure, so I found all that, like a lot of you finds it, in the street, you know? I just didn't happen to find a gang. I found it within myself, but it was still in the street, you know? One of my best friends died in this hospital, shot to death down North Philadelphia, a boy named Reed Ryan. He used to write knees, good friend of mine. Drove himself to this hospital when he got shot, died right on the table. That's the Sam tag right there. And that's old, man. My man been dead for 10 years. Sam's mom lived right there. His whole family. And this the piece that I did for him up here. And I did this a while back. I had Espo do that with me. Sam Martinez, lost but not forgotten. There go my boy right there. That's my man right on that. Pee-wee, Dio, and Decker. Decker Star to keep it real. Yeah, that's what we used. That's that Philly hand style with the fade right there. But I was telling you about the up fade. You see the dots popping? See that? Boom, boom, boom.
Philadelphia, we were very blessed to see our old heads come back in the past 10 years.
Chad-ism, TRK, the real king. That's what he go by. That cat has always been bombing, forever, man.
Talking about all of them. And they took the city epidemic style. That Philly graph is so strong that once they saw one of their buddies go out, they had to go out. And somebody saw them 2 cats go out, and they had to go out. So you saw everybody. I mean, one of them was my postman. He used to come deliver my mail. I had no idea it was the bull. You know, and he was infamous. His name Satan. Infamous, the bull.
This a war. He got X'd out by a dude who wrote B.E. That's a bull right bait. He older than me and been writing longer than me. He'll never stop. Him, Cadism, it's like 10 of them that are like, we'll never quit bombing. Gotta respect him for that.
This dude got 2 hip replacements. He had 1 hip replacement. He was out a week later walking around. This guy's just glutton. He's an animal.
Well, I'm afraid of heights, but if I'm not willing to go where the kids are going, then they know I'm full of shit. Once I get rid of them on the street, they graduated to the billboard, so I had to figure a way to get up on top of billboards. And then once they figured out I could go up where they could go as high as they wanted to go, they stopped going up there. Because then there was no point. And then they realized they couldn't beat me. Plus, I was older than they were, I was slower than they were, there was more of them. And they, you know, so what's the point? If you know you're just gonna waste your spray paint coming in some guy's area, just find a different area. I mean, I can't stop them from doing graffiti all over the city, but I will stop them if they come in here. Nod is not. With a name like that, he ought to be not. One time the guys kept doing a billboard down here. It was like twice as high as that one. So when I was done painting, I put a memo up there to him. Next fucker up gets thrown off. Amazingly enough, they didn't do that billboard anymore. You gotta be a little crazy, I think. Otherwise, people don't take you serious.
All my bitches. When I control a tag crew, I put that on top of it, so then they kind of know that they have to stay out. It's like a joke.
Man, if they let me run this city, I'm telling you, this place would be running. And all I want is a percentage of what I save. Motherfucker, I'm retiring.
We're the Oakland Tracks. This is a pretty famous yard. It's been getting painted for a few decades. I've had many pieces on this wall right here. Oh, I like that beats. That's pretty fresh. It has a lot of motion to it, you know? My styles flare out towards the bottom a little bit too because of the J and the E. And it reminds me of that a little bit, and that's why I like it.